let's go to Ben Affleck, who was not included as part of the Avengers Doomsday cast announcement, but he's made a comment that I think is worth noting. Alan, if you would, I'll bring it up, but why don't you read from the story from Variety? Like,
all right.
I'm very curious because I have not seen this, but to be fair, I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think everyone was a little surprised, but I think he pulled it off.
Excuse me.
Here we go.
Everyone was surprised he wasn't bad. Ben Affleck says, "I've lost interest in superhero movies." Ben Affleck opened up in a GQ interview about his challenging experience playing Batman in Zack Snyder's DC film, calling it excruciatingly excruciating.
Could you repeat that? You dropped out, Alan. Could you repeat that?
Yeah. Okay. So Ben Affleck opened up about his challenging experience playing Batman in Zack Snyder's DC films, calling it excruciating due to a combination of personal and professional struggles. Debuting as the Dark Knight in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Affleck later reprised his role in Justice League and The Flash, but the experience left him disillusioned. He admitted that beyond the pressures of a superhero franchise, there was a fundamental misalignment of creative agendas between himself, the director, and the studio. While he initially found Batman's older, broken persona compelling, he recognized that Snyder's dark vision clashed with the studio's desire to appeal to a younger audience, especially after realizing his own son was too scared to watch the film. Affleck also acknowledged his personal failings at the time, revealing he was unhappy and lacked the positive energy needed to fully commit.
Yeah, I think the main thing is his son, but I think there's two types of Batman. I think Batman is a more adult character. I like Robert Pattinson's his version. It's different. I like what Ben Affleck did, but Batman, because of his origin, because he's almost inspired by Dracula and characters like Zorro, whatnot, like he's meant to put fear into people. You know, if your son is too scared, you're doing Batman right. If you ask me, if your son is too scared, I don't know how old, but single digit age kids should not be watching Batman. At least Batman as he is in the comics, like Dark Knight Returns, right? Or Batman Year One, Batman Year Two, or some of the runs where Batman is it's a dark story. Superman is for kids. Batman is a more adult character. So I kind of think if your son is scared, you're probably doing it right. But you know, a lot of the actors who play superhero roles do kind of like when their family enjoys it. I was actually interviewing, believe it or not, I was at G4 TV. I interviewed Robert Downey Jr. for a movie called Waking Life by Richard Linklater. I got to interview him, and it was the day he was announced as Tony Stark. And when I talked to Robert Downey Jr., I congratulated him. I said, "Congrats, you're going to be a perfect Tony Stark. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see an Iron Man movie." And Robert Downey Jr. said, I remember this. He just said, "I'm just happy I can be in a movie my kids can see."
Mm-hmm.
Because previous to that, Robert Downey Jr. had done some pretty dark movies.
Yeah.
Even Less Than Zero. Where he gets involved in drugs and other stuff, prostitution. Those are dark films. And, you know, his previous career to Iron Man, Tony Stark, had been some very dark movies. So this does have an impact on actors' decisions to play these characters. Alan, what do you think?
Yeah, Hollywood's not the dream. And
yes.
And who knew that corporations buying IPs, the destruction of these IPs began so long ago. But again, everyone wants to work in Hollywood. Remember when you wanted to be in a Star Wars movie? Remember when you wanted to be in a Superman or a Batman movie? Remember when you wanted to be in a Marvel movie? Those days are long gone. And
Yeah.
again, Hollywood is not the dream. And this is what happens when a corporation runs Superman and Batman.
Yes.
Because now you have a good to great actor who has become disillusioned with the process and the genre altogether. And let's also be real, the problem has not been fixed. Are people really excited about being in Avengers Doomsday?
Yes. I don't know. Are they?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think at this point it's obligation.
Mhm.
And I'm sad. It's sad to say this, but I do think Marvel's best days are behind it. I don't think that's a shocking statement.
Yeah.
But I've always liked Ben Affleck. I liked him in Gone Girl. I liked him in just so many indie things, Chasing Amy, among others. And he seems like a real guy, And I like his relationship with Matt Damon. They've been friends coming up in the industry. I believe they worked hard as writers and producers.
They won Oscars together.
They've won Oscars. Argo is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck is one of the short list of actors in Hollywood who understands the craft of filmmaking. He understands it. The Town. So I would have loved to have seen Ben Affleck's Batman directed movie. It'd probably be great, but you kind of got to understand the character. Batman is more adult and not for single digit age kids. It's just not. So there you go.
Yeah, let me point out this. So the big announcement during the casting of Avengers Doomsday was bringing back the original X-Men. Do you remember how long ago that movie came out?
Right.
25 years ago.
1999.
Right,
actually.
25 years ago.
26. Well, 25, 26 change, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's I heard July 14th, 2000. That's when it came out.
All right, okay.
So almost 25 years.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. They're all 25 years older.
Yes. But James Marsden looks really good.
Yeah.
He's like preserved. Look at him in the Sonic movies.
I know. He's the only one who'll look like his character from the first movie. But yeah, to me, it's like, as excited as I am, is it mostly member berries now? Am I excited because I just wonder, look, I don't want to say it, but I will, but having watched Patrick Stewart in the last few things, he's getting old.
He's looking well. This will be the last appearance of Professor X. Maybe they'll kill his character again. It'll be what, the third, fourth time?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, Ian McKellen still looks great. So at least you got that.